I want to introduce you to the other side of the coin of trauma. Resilience can be described as relatively good functioning or well-being, as well as a set of qualities that enable a person to use internal and external resources to adapt in the face of adversity. When we use a trauma-informed lens to interpret common behaviors, we help build resilience. The science of resilience has three fundamental building blocks: secure attachment, a secure base whereby the person feels a sense of belonging and security; self-efficacy, a sense of mastery and control, along with an accurate understanding of personal strengths and limitations; and self-esteem, an internal sense of worth and competence. These building blocks activate a set of qualities that enable a person to use internal resources to adapt in the face of adversity. Guided by our agency's promise to advance opportunities for all San Diegans to live well, we all are able to help customers build resilience using a trauma-informed lens by assisting them in accessing external resources, such as services that help build healthy families, create safe communities, and promote sustainable environments. The following approaches can be used to support the building blocks of resilience. Cultivate a sense of safety. Consider sensitivity towards the possibility of re-traumatization through intake questionnaires and training activities. Take a strength-based approach. Individuals' strengths should be regularly recognized and validated. Focus on self-determination and empowerment. All individuals, particularly those with a history of trauma, need to feel in control of their own decisions. People who have experienced trauma can feel not in control of their lives. Approach person-centered services with a focus on collaboration and mutuality, empowering individuals to make meaningful choices regarding the services they or their family receive and the steps they take moving forward. Using a trauma-informed approach cultivates positive, healthy, supportive relationships and are the best way to build resiliency. Through establishing safe, authentic, and positive interactions, those who have experienced trauma are able to share feelings and thoughts in a protected environment, promoting healing and a sense of connection. A key component of building healthy relationships is trust.
My stepson, Adrian, he had unfortunate circumstances and he landed in Mercy Hospital. And when I went to Mercy Hospital, my wife and I, there was an officer there. He had a trauma-informed approach and he invited us to go to Youth Voice at the Mid-City Police Department. And we had never went to the police department under them circumstances, so it was uncomfortable for us, but we went that same day. And Dana Brown reached out to myself and my family, and she gave us that trauma-informed approach, and she loved us. And before you knew it, we were out there doing community work, community engagement, and in that process we were able to get our family first from experiencing abandonment, just different types of trauma, and now having us back and being a part of that process and us healing as a family.
Relationships matter. The currency for systemic change was trust, and trust comes through forming healthy working relationships. People, not programs, change people. Bruce D. Perry. Our words and actions are vital in developing and maintaining healthy working relationships. Here are some examples of practical ways to build healthy relationships in the workplace with your coworkers. When interacting with people who have experienced trauma, assume a neutral position, avoid opinions, remain non-judgmental, refrain from giving advice, give information instead, practice acceptance, view challenging behaviors as coping skills. What helps? Interactions that express kindness, patience, reassurance, calm, acceptance, and listening. Frequent use of words like please and thank you. What hurts? Interactions that are humiliating, harsh, impersonal, disrespectful, critical, demanding, or judgmental.
Trauma-informed to me is basically having an awareness that people have experienced traumatic events in their life, near-death experiences, and being aware of that so that when you're engaging in communication with them or you're talking to them, that you're aware that they have a background, they come with something, but it's also about like not judging a book by its cover.
People who have experienced trauma have the first-hand knowledge and experience of what has happened to them and how it affects them. They are also the experts when it comes to deciding what they need to recover. What we believe they need may differ from their beliefs. For example, we may suggest that stable housing should be a priority, but a client might disagree and prioritize finding gainful employment. Build relationships, positive, supportive, healthy connections. Honor voice and choice. Talk less. Listen more. Partner with people. Refer to resources. Request feedback. Ask how they feel, what they need or want, and ensure comfort. Psychological safety.
Right now I'm a senior in high school and about to be 18. In total I've been to like about 12 schools. Most of them I got kicked out of, because of my behaviors, but no one really asked to why I behaved like that, or why I did the things I did, or why I just, sometimes I didn't do anything, and sometimes I just didn't want to do work, I didn't say anything, I just mind my own business, and they weren't having it.
Let's take a look at the 3 areas you can apply trauma-informed practices. One area is being aware of your own experiences of trauma and how it may affect your perceptions and the way you view the world. The next area is being aware of how we interact with our coworkers who may have encountered a traumatic experience. And the last area is to be aware that it is safe to assume that customers we serve more than likely have encountered a traumatic experience. And we want to build healthy, supportive relationships that provide a positive experience and that deliver positive outcomes. As you can see, having a trauma-informed lens means shifting the way we view someone's behaviors, including our own. By doing this, we can be more compassionate towards ourselves, our customers, and our coworkers in order to promote resiliency. Every day, we are all exposed to ongoing stimuli that we respond to according to our own life experiences. Regardless of our socioeconomic status or cultural and family background, we may share similarities and differences. You can come from the same family, live in the same environment, and interact with the same people, but how we make meaning for our own experiences through our individual lens will drive how we react to impulses and the world. It is neither good or bad, it just is. It is nothing to be judgmental about, rather to be aware, informed, accept, and understand. Experiencing a traumatic event can change the way a person perceives the world. Whether trauma is caused by a single event, such as a natural disaster, or by a repeated or prolonged exposure to abuse, an individual's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are filtered through that experience and perspective. Increasing your awareness about the trauma a person has experienced and the impact can help you when a disruptive encounter arises. As you sharpen your understanding of the person's experience, the relationship with the individual will strengthen, and the stronger the rapport can result in more successful interventions. Here are some examples of using a trauma-informed lens to interpret common behaviors of a person who has experienced trauma. shift our perception by asking the questions, what are my triggers? What are my coping strategies? If an individual shows up to their appointment under the influence of alcohol or other substances, are they trying to numb feelings and sensations or just trying to make it through the day? What about a customer who is displaying aggressive behavior and demanding services that they want? Have they experienced being in an environment where they or their family's needs were not met regularly? For example, war, domestic violence situations, or extreme poverty. It may be the only way they know how to access resources to survive. Remember that being trauma-informed does not mean accepting verbal or physical abuse from a customer. Someone who has experienced trauma may not be disengaged, but instead overwhelmed. It may not be about being unable to follow through, but that the process needs to be broken down into multiple steps and more manageable steps for them.
I think being trauma-informed is having a deep understanding of what someone has been through and is going through, and just being open to the experiences of someone and trying to help them.
We all have a part to play in building resilience. County of San Diego leadership is committed to supporting trauma-informed systems integration, a system that provides services and support without re-traumatizing the customer, as demonstrated through policies, practices, language, and environment. These principles apply to staff, contractors, partners, as well as customers. So what can leaders do? Events that happen elsewhere, globally and nationally, can have an effect on people locally as well. Trauma can be experienced without a person being the direct recipient of the act. When a traumatic event occurs while employees are at work, leaders can respond by understanding that the impact will cause many to take care of themselves in different ways. Some responses may be to remain at work, take a break, take a walk, go home for the day, or maybe even take vacation for a more extended amount of time. Others may need to reach out to the Employee Assistance Program. Here are some additional ways you can build resiliency within yourself. Build a support network, whether it is for work or play. Eat more veggies and drink more water. Exercise, walk, run, or even skip. Live to learn. Grow from the good and the not so good experiences. Here is a summary with a list of resources. This concludes your Growing Resiliency within a Trauma-Informed Lens, e-learning 101. You should now be able to describe trauma and resiliency and why they are critical to Live Well San Diego. Identify a trauma-informed system of care. Recognize the science of resilience and the 3 core building blocks. Describe the power of healthy relationships and behaviors that build healing relationships, and identify resources and ways to support healing and resiliency.